Gibbs White was being stopped there as a shot comes in. 13 minutes in. Sporting 1. The Graafschap 0. Disastrous start. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Could have no complaints about this, really. Really nice start. Erdegaard carries. Chong makes the run for him. Is he going to finish this one off, though? Chong to finish. And he does. There we go. Much more like it. That's what we expected. Thing is, we could have been 2-1 up here if we'd have just finished off that first chance. So we're looking to try and make sure we can see this one out to Groot's shot. Zardes! So lucky, but we'll take it. That's the first bit of fortune we've had today. Turn around, 2-1 up. Zardes finishes. 22 minutes from time. Get in. I mean, the less said about that, the better. But we beat Sporting away from home. 1-0 down to 2-1 winners. And I can't tell you how much that means. Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode in our career mode series. Today we have got for you the final game of our Europa League group stage. We find out today if we have made it through to the knockout rounds or if we will be knocked out in the group stage itself. It is so close right now, I don't know how it's going to go. You'll have to sit back and find out in today's episode. But first, we've got a post-com game for you guys to watch. NAC Breda in the first game of the day, followed up with the 2 live comms. So, yeah, that's how the plan of action is looking. The first game here, though, against NAC Breda. Just felt like I'd do this as post-com. Don't really know why. Just wanted a bit of a change. They were in, like, sort of the 10th position, so I felt pretty confident we were going to get something out of this one. Ravel Morrison started off the game very well and scored the opening goal inside 25 minutes. Not going to get much an easier tap-in than that one. And then we gave away a penalty literally 10 minutes later as Van den Berg decided he would go over to try and block the shot that came in. Got nowhere near the shot, ended up taking a man, and a penalty kick was given by the referee. So, frustratingly, after we worked to get ourselves in front, we might have just undone all our hard work. So, there was a penalty to be taken. Sherpin trying to size up their man who was going to take it, doing all that stuff in sort of trying to put him off, but then guessed the correct way and made a very good save to stop them going one apiece. A decent save, if I may say so as well. He is a big unit, is Sherpin, one of the more intimidating goalkeepers to take a penalty against. Covers a lot of the goal, and that is how he was able to save it. Into the second half, Bergzorg laid one on a plate to Zardes for him to finish, but he could only hit the woodwork in that one. Really disappointed with that finish there. He's quietened down Zardes, seriously, from his performances earlier on in the season, but Ravel Morrison says, you know what, when you need me to come up good, I'll do that. Scored the first of the game, an easy tap in, but there was nothing easy about his second as he turned on the edge of the area and curled it into the top corner to double the advantage. 15 minutes from time and essentially see us through with the points. And I swear without him right now, I think we'd be struggling. As free transfers go, he is by far one of the better ones we are able to bring into the club. Zardes as well on top of that. But a 2-0 win in game number 1 then for us. That is it for the post-com part. Now we jump to live. Sit back, relax, and enjoy as we head into the Europa League game. Alright then, to begin our live portion of today, we've got Fortuna at home. They're second from bottom going into this, so we should be able to get a result against them. So it will be a sim game. Following on from this, I think it's PSV up next, and then Sporting. So quite the ending to today's episode, I guess you could say. We've already scored to make it 1-0. Gibbs White inside 11 minutes. Good start to the game. Are we going to keep going and find another one, though? That is what we want. It's a strong team, as well as Patrick has doubled our advantage inside the 32nd minute. So it looks like it's going to be a good day at the office. Patrick has a second for himself and a third for us overall. And I think, my friends, that is going to be the win for us then. 4-0. Patrick getting a hat-trick. Hey, Poet, didn't know it. Patrick getting a hat-trick. Love it. Slight mix-up on my part. I thought we were taking on Sporting, and then I realised very quickly that we're not. It's Fenerbahce, actually, to end off our group stage. As you can see, Lionel Messi is the player of the year. Not surprising. We all know he is at least one of the greatest of all times, if not the greatest of all time. I'm not going to get into the Messi-Ronaldo debate. We'll save that for another day. But Fenerbahce to try and secure our spot in the knockout rounds of the Europa League. As you can see, a draw would do it for us, I think, depending on how our result against Stanley Age goes. But if Stanley Liège and Sporting draw, then we're through anyway. Doesn't matter, because they can't catch us if they draw. And how did the first game go? Sporting actually beat them in game 1. So that's not terrible. So we have a better head-to-head record against Sporting. So if they do it again, we actually might be alright. So Fenerbahce are the team, that stands in our way of us getting through the group or not, as I need to swap Morrison and Odegaard back around like that. 4-1-2-1-2 is what we're going with. Let's see if we can make it into the knockout rounds. To be fair as well, if you take out that defeat to Stanley Liège that we got in the last episode, I think the hardest game of the group stage that we had so far was actually against Fenerbahce, that 2-2 draw. It was an even game, so I feel like this is the toughest team that we've got in our group. I don't want them in their home kit, so I'm going to put the alternate kit on. But yeah, it should be a good game, this, and I'm hoping for the very best for us. The home advantage might carry us through. Having said that, though, we got smashed at home in the last Europa League game. Here is Valbuena looking for the cross, and it should be Sherpin's. It is. I think that's where the danger is, though. If they can get crosses in the box, Frey last time did score a header against us that then pulled them back level, didn't they, at 2-2. So their danger is if they can get that ball in towards the middle and us not really deal with it. But there is Owusu with the ball up towards De Groot, who can now drive at Fenerbahce, and De Groot continues, and still all the way into towards the box. De Groot has it still! Tries to sneak it into that near post. Maybe he should have looked for the cross instead, but we have got a corner, of which Odegaard is stood over as he swings the delivery in. A couple of players go up for it. We don't win it, and I think Fenerbahce have dealt with the danger here, it looks like. Yeah, they have, but it's a throw into us. Right before half-time, it could well be 1-0. Valbuena shot, saved by Sherpin. Just react. Please, just react. Just clear the ball. That's all you've got to do. 45th minute cheese. I love it. I absolutely love it. I don't know what that goal means now. I don't know if we're through or not. I can't say, because at this point, I have absolutely no idea. The fact of the matter is, 45th minute, shot comes in. Sherpin saves it right here. It's Ravel Morrison. Just doesn't really do anything. And then the tap-in is there to be taken. Like, the bit that frustrates me, okay, is he's about to go with his right foot, and then for some reason, last second, jumps up in the air and then switches to his... I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. We've just gone 1 down after the 45th minute, and the referee's going to blow his whistle now. There it is. So we're now 1-0 down, not knowing what the future holds in terms of us getting out of this group, because we don't know how the other game's going. If Sporting are winning, I don't know what that means for us. What is the score elsewhere? They are away, and it's 0-0 between them and Stanley Liège. If it stays like that, we're still through, even if we lose this game here. But the likelihood is it's not going to stay that way. And if Stanley Liège nick a goal, I think that puts us out. If Sporting win it, we've got a better head-to-head record against them. So, realistically, we either need Sporting to win or that to stay a draw. The fact is, though, we shouldn't be 1-0 down here. They've done nothing. One shot right at the end of the half in the 45th minute, which Sherpin parries out. And we should deal with the danger, and it's an open net that they tap home. Jeez, man. We are literally our own worst enemy. On a serious note, just clear your lines and we're fine. Owusu towards Ravel Morrison as we need a way back into this match. Morrison looking to do that. Pulls it back towards Zardes! Why does he do this? Again! We had Chong in the last episode, and now we've got Zardes as well. Look! There's no time finish here, and look where the arrow is being aimed, ladies and gentlemen. It's being aimed towards that bottom corner. So how does it go all the way from being in the bottom corner? Admittedly, this might still hit the post here, but look. Look where the arrow is, and look where the ball goes. Why? Boadu and Zardes link up really well. Zardes into the area. Needs to finish it, and the keeper has pulled off a very good save. It's not going to be our night. I can already sense it. It's just going to be one of those nights where it's going to be frustrating for us. I mean, hey-ho, just got to bounce back and hope for the very best elsewhere. Seems a bit annoying, really, that we have to rely on somebody else, though, to do our job for us. The group, Zardes, Morrison, lovely play. Morrison to finish. What a move. Deserved that. That was sensational. One apiece. Get in. Why did we have to pull out like with... I feel like I'm pulling at teeth to get this goal here. We should have scored with Zardes before this. And the home fans go absolutely mental, but it still means nothing yet, because we still rely on a result elsewhere. Because I think if Stanley Liège win, they still have a better head-to-head record. So it's either we've got to win, as Ravel Morrison's going to come off now, or that has to stay a draw. In fact, my mind's that boggled that I don't actually 100% know. That's what I'm thinking right now. El Jebli carries. This getting behind instruction that we've got on our two strikers really isn't working at the moment, is it? Because neither of them really committed to a run. So I don't really know if the instruction really does much getting behind, because it doesn't seem to be doing that at the moment. Both of them just kind of stood there looking at each other. Really is weird. I don't get it. Zardes will play it out wide towards Shard again. Shard has got the ball down the line to play to Ødegaard. He's going to pick it up now and try and cut it back on this left foot for a cross maybe. It's deflected once. Ødegaard carries in towards the box. Ødegaard to shoot. Saved by the keeper. Rebounds there. And I believe that is us taking the lead. And it's De Groot who's got it. Yes. That is the look I wanted. They got one right in the stroke of half-time. We've paid them back for it. Ødegaard's cross deflected. His shot well saved by the keeper. And De Groot smashes in for his final contribution to the match as well. And that, my friends, will definitely do it if we can hold on to this 2-1 lead. It will definitely see us through to the knockout rounds. Zardes is having a quiet time. He started off the season really well, and he's kind of just falling off at the minute. 40 seconds remain of the 90, and this will definitely see us through. Not only that, but it sees us through as group winners as well. Get in! I was genuinely fearing the worst there when they took the lead on the stroke of half-time, and when we missed that chance with Zardes, I was genuinely thinking to myself, this could be it. We could be out, and I don't necessarily think that we should be. We were the better side on the night. We definitely deserved the 2-1 win. Just out of curiosity, how did the game finish? Stanley H did win, so we had to win our game, I think, because they did have the better head-to-head record against us. We beat them 2-0, was it? And they beat us 3-0. So, head-to-head-wise, they actually had a slightly better record. Obviously, the one goal, the difference. Let's take a quick look, actually. So, a draw in that game for us would have moved us on to 9 points. And like I said, we had a 2-0 lead over them, but they then beat us 3-0 at our place. So, a head-to-head record, it would have kept Fenerbahce above us in the league on head-to-head, I think. 2-2 and a 1-1, maybe. I don't actually know how it all would have worked. Would it have gone on away goals then? Potentially. Not entirely sure. But it did mean, of course, it wasn't certain. But now it is. And the Graafschap have topped Group E, and we head into the knockout rounds of the Europa League. Who are we going to face? We've got to actually wait until after the PSV game to find out who it is that's going to be meeting us in the Europa League. But it seems like PSV are having a bit of a bad season as well. They're down in 8th at this current time. Oh, one thing I've got to show you. I forgot to do it. Let me show you this real quick. Ajax, you remember they had a pretty bad start to the season? Well, it turns out that they've actually lost Matthias de Ligt. He's gone to Chelsea for £61 million. So I'm kind of not surprised at the start of the season that they had. I don't know who they brought in as a replacement. I have absolutely no idea, but they had £61 million to spend, and it doesn't seem like they brought anybody major in. As I'm scrolling down this, looking to see if there's any big signings to Ajax, it doesn't seem that way. Nah, so, yeah, that is the reason why maybe they're having a bit of a poor season again, potentially. Losing Matthias de Ligt is a big, big loss. We're running away with things, though, as you can see. 9 points clear with a game in hand here. We could move 12 clear if we beat PSV. Only conceded 5 in 15. This season's seriously been a turnaround, hasn't it? I mean, our problem last year wasn't the conceding side. We had one of the lowest goals conceded in the league. It's just we had one of the lowest scored in the league as well. But this year, goals have not been a problem. Morrison and Zardes have made sure of that. Morrison, though, has continued his great form. PSV down in 8th. It's going to be the game to end off today, but then we will find out our Europa League draw, so there's still some things to come today. And also got a little message from the board as well saying nice work, which is obviously happy days because it keeps us in a job at the end of the day. We've got £5 million as well for playing the Europa League, so a nice little cash injection. Something else I should have mentioned, Chong is also injured for 2 months. He got injured in that sim game earlier on, so yeah, a bit frustrating there, but nevertheless, I can't do anything about that. It is what it is. And we just have to move forward. So, PSV, away from home on the Sunday, game in hand. Are they going to beat us? Will we take them down? Will we go 12 clear? That is the question. Looks like I need to swap around the side ever so slightly. So, Arp's going to come in for Boadu. Patrick in for Gibbs-White. And with no Chong, I'm considering maybe Bergzorg for the group because he looks a little bit worse for wear too. And obviously, Lovren 6 backing at right back. So, they're the changes we're going to make. I'm also training up Herrera right now, the Colombian striker. So we will see if he can make it into the team. Nevertheless, though, for this game here, PSV at the Volt Stadion, 4 minutes and a half as always. Let's jump into it. Here we go then. This is the PSV lineup. In goal, Urias. We had him on loan at us last season. Didn't play. Lozano still there, though, as well. And Bergwijn. The two wingers are definitely the danger men for PSV. They're the problems that we've got to deal with. So on one side, Lovren 6 against Bergwijn it'll be. And then on the other side, of course, Owusu up against Lozano. Yeah, they're definitely where we're going to get caught out if we had to get caught out. So, difficult game this, but with the circumstances, undefeated still at the top of the table. I think if you look at us right now, we would maybe be favourites coming into this. You can't deny, though, PSV still have a very, very good team. So although we are in form, although we are the side to beat right now, PSV still have that really good squad. As do Ajax, you know. Yeah, they're struggling as well, but they've got a lot of money and they've got a good team. So there's every chance that they'll bounce back. Let's jump into this, though. Ravel Morrison, again, is key, as he has been so often this season. And there is a start for Arp as well up front, alongside Zardes. Bodu on the bench. Oh, Bergwijn's just had Lovren 6 for dinner. And PSV have the lead. I did say if we're to be coming undone, it's going to come down the wings. And Bergwijn wins his first 50-50 with Lovren 6. Squares the ball central. I've got no idea who's put it in. But Sherpin, I am a little bit disappointed in. So Lovren 6 here goes in a shoulder battle, loses it, falls over. And then Sherpin's beaten at his near post. One thing you do not want to happen as a goalkeeper. He's completely mishit it. Oh, Sherpin, you got your right hand to it. Oh, dear me. I can't fully blame him because obviously we have to stop the cross coming in the first place. But he has got his right hand to it again, and it is his near post. Sherpin just needs to stop getting beaten. He's a quality goalkeeper, right? No denying that. Just gets beat at his near post far too often. I mean, that's another foul every day of the week. Look how low the advantage, lads. I'm done. I'm absolutely done with the game. Stop this. This is outrageous. Why does the advantage go off after literally 0.5 seconds? I mean, it's my mistake for playing the ball back here, but look how short that advantage was. We then play it back through the legs of our defender into the path of PSV, and they put it in for 2-0. I've got no qualms with Sherpin here because he can't do anything. My argument, though, is that advantage, again, was about 0.6 seconds. On a serious note, why? This is 110% a free kick. Where is the advantage for starters here? There's none. Yeah? I go to play this ball. There you, in fact, I didn't even pass it to the same way that I wanted. But then watch this. Vandenberg lets it run for whatever reason. Straight into the path of PSV and they put it in. This game at times genuinely wants you to lose. Genuinely. That advantage should have stayed. Where was the advantage? There was none. In fact, if anything, there was a disadvantage because we've just conceded, ref. Abysmal. Oh, he's done me again. The number 7, by the way, he's on a hat-trick right now. I mean, that was just poor defending from me, but honestly, can you blame me? I'm tilted at this point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Lozano now turning away and allowing his way through. Still on the ball here. Having Lozano take it off in Ravel Morrison. He's having a decent game as Ravel Morrison, even though the rest of the players around him have not performed. Ravel Morrison still is. Arp sends it long towards Bergzorg. Bergzorg tries to send it first time towards the header Zardes. Maybe Erdegaard, one of the two. I don't know. Neither one picked it up, but it comes to Erdegaard now then. As Lovren 6 continues forward. And now we have another crossing opportunity. Lovren 6 has sent one in. Goes over literally everybody towards Bergzorg, who gets nowhere near it. And Hervin Lozano has somehow come away with that ball. Of course he has. Because why would he not in that scenario? Why would he not, my friends? And don't even tell me they're going to do it again. Ravel Morrison again battles to win it back. Oh, brilliant move. But we haven't got the legs to keep going because Bergzorg is nearly on empty in his tank. Continues, though, towards Zardes. Come through the back of Zardes and won the ball somehow. Arp to send one in now. Over the top it goes. I can't wait. I can't wait for the return against us back at our place. I'm telling you right now, that will be a different game. Absolutely appalling refereeing here as Lovren 6 is booked for a challenge. Abysmal refereeing. Don't give me him again when we come to our place. Because I tell you what, that game will be different. We will beat PSV at our place. Put money on it right now. 100%. The game here should only be 1-0. We should be well within our rights of bringing this one back into the game itself. And the fact of the matter is, we shouldn't be 2-0 down here. We really shouldn't. Refereeing decision screws us. Really poor. And that's then cost us a way back into the game. I'm not saying we wouldn't have lost the game, because there's every chance we still would have. You know, there's no guarantee we'll pull it back. But at 1-0, you've still got a chance. At 2-0, you're 2 down. You've got to find 2 just to bring it back level. Yeah? What an abysmal performance from the referee. Absolute joke. Look, I'm not saying we were good enough to get anything out of the game, but there's a free kick. Look at the time it takes, by the way. So I want us to have a look at this. From the time he actually commits the foul there, this is where the liner's flag now goes up. Free kick, yeah? So he's playing advantage from this point. The advantage goes. Where's my advantage? There isn't one. There isn't an advantage. Just on a serious note, that I don't get it. I just don't get why advantages sometimes are played for quite long, and then other times go after the space of 0.odd seconds. And I guess that's just the wanting to win the title in me that's finding any excuse as to why we lost that game. Fact of the matter is, yes, we weren't good enough. However, I still stand by my point. At 1-0, we have a chance. We can still bring it back. All we need is one scrappy, lucky goal, and there's every chance we pull ourselves back in that game. At 2-0, we're forced into a fight, which, simply put, I had felt like I had 12 men against us, therefore we can't win it. I want to change the screen real quickly, because I don't know who we've got in the Europa League. So we'll find that out at the same time. Fuming. We go then, standings. Let's have a quick look at who we've got in the Europa League to end off today's episode then. And finish on a bit of a positive note. Mönchengladbach. I mean, not as bad as it could have been. Then again, not as good as it could have been. So we've got Mönchengladbach from Germany, who we will face in the round of 32 of the Europa League in a 2-leg header in February, my friends. So that's going to be in the near, well, I say near future. It's probably going to be quite a way down the line, but we'll try our quickest to get there, and I suppose as well we'll try our hardest to not lose this league title while we're at it as well, because the fact of the matter is that is our first defeat of the season, and I'm sure it probably won't be the last. So we've got to continue on. Herrera growing nicely in the training as well. But that is going to do it then, my friends, for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, thank you so much for all of your support on the channel as well. If you are new around here and like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below. We upload every single day for you to enjoy. I mean, it's a bit frustrating the way we've ended today, but hey-ho, nothing we can do about it. 9 points clear, still at the top of the table. Vitesse in second. Our rivals, of course, they're having a very, very good campaign as well. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them up there come the end of the season. Been quite weird recently because it feels like I'm a bit more salty, but then again, game in the last week has really, really put me to the test. Some of the stuff that is going on is just so antagonizing. So we'll try and bounce back. We'll go back to positive, hopefully, in the next episode and carry on with the wins. Until then, though, have a fantastic day, and I will see you all again very, very soon. Adios.